I want to take the time to thank each of you for taking this time out of your, what I know is a very busy schedule, to come and celebrate this rollout of the Virginia Infrastructure Academy here at camp. I also want to give a thank you to those of you out there who are our partners, our business community, who work with us through advisory committees and making certain that everything that we do is aligned and relevant with what your workforce demands are going to be. The Virginia Infrastructure Academy will directly connect our students with the employer's demand, which will improve the lives of those in our communities and establish a talent pipeline for key employers.
According to the labor market analytics firm EMSI, there are just over 100,000 unique job openings in Virginia in 67 infrastructure-related occupational codes alone. We have to find effective and efficient ways to fill these jobs, as well as the thousands more that are going to be needed as our infrastructure projects gear up and start running. The Virginia Community College system is a key part of workforce training in Virginia. It's critical, and I'm very pleased to learn that our community college leaders and significant partners from across the industry have been working on solutions to this supply and demand gap. I also greatly appreciate that the Virginia Infrastructure Academy goal is to produce 35,000 skilled and credentialed workers across infrastructure industries in the next 5 years. I'd even challenge you to shoot for even more and to work together to help place these newly trained individuals and workers into those much needed jobs. In 2019-2020, almost 38,000 students were served by Virginia Community College's workforce training programs. The Virginia Infrastructure Academy is designed to ensure that Virginia Community College training programs produce top-notch graduates to address the needs of the transportation, wind and solar energy, and high-speed broadband industries. I commend all of you all here today and want to thank you for being proactive and planning for and now executing solutions to this incredibly important challenge that we all face and that we've got to work together on.
Our education system in Virginia has one job. That one job is to prepare every student for a 21st century career, a well-paying 21st century career. We have such a shortage of the workforce, and we know that we have huge opportunities in broadband, in transportation, in energy, but we can't bring those opportunities and those companies here without the workforce. And it's not just enough to put a book in front of a student, but seeing the CAT simulator over there and looking at the partnerships created with this launch really creates that environment necessary to train the students on the equipment, in the processes that they can walk straight out into a job right after this.
Oftentimes we talk about the gravity of a moment, and what this really means for us is far more than just the Infrastructure Academy. Just think about if we take a cord and we plug it into a wall, we spark electricity. We're going to take our raw capital of people and opportunity and plug that into the jobs our community truly needs, and that is absolutely incredible. This Infrastructure Academy is going to be a huge lifeline to the next generation, to be able to connect the dots to our communities, to be able to provide them an education that maybe they didn't see on their horizon prior. And this absolutely makes me so proud to be from here, to live from here, and to be a Virginian.
Like all community colleges in the state, really are jewels and gems to help cultivate our students. It was just a few weeks ago that I was here in this same room looking at the young students from high school that were here for another institute on STEM programs. The things that our youth are coming up with, they are to be encouraged, and we want to lead them to a future to help bring our area and other areas up to the state code.
Every single business owner, every single industry that I talk to talks about their workforce shortages. I think we are all impacted by this. I am thankful for community college's contribution to just completing the healthcare shortages and helping to provide better health for the communities that I'm able to represent. So it's an honor to be with you guys today. It's an honor to fight for and to advocate for higher education for our community.
This is a critical need we need to resolve for the state of Virginia. It's also a personal passion. We have two issues that are hitting us at the same time. One, we have the silver tsunami. Too many people look like me and are aging out of the workforce. The other fact we have is a positive. We have a lot of funds flowing in from federal, state, and local governments to build infrastructure. But that sets you in two different directions. You need more workers, you have more opportunity, and people are leaving the workforce. Hence the Virginia Infrastructure Academy. This is an unprecedented program. We've done our research, and there isn't any program like this anywhere in the country. We are truly breaking new ground every day with this effort.
For those of you who are not familiar with us, Lumina Foundation is the nation's largest private foundation focused exclusively on education and training after high school. We strive for a vision that 60% of U.S. adults will have a degree or a high-quality post-secondary credential by the year 2025. And consistent with that vision, we have long shared with Virginia Community College the commitment to ensuring adults, particularly adults, workers, and students of color, have access to programs that lead to meaningful credentials, good jobs, and higher pay. And this is one of the reasons why we were so excited about working with Virginia Community College System and working with community colleges. The Virginia Infrastructure Academy that has been developed by the VCCS team and the steering committee with a goal of going from 4,000 infrastructure graduates annually to 35,000 over the next 5 years is an impressive example of how community colleges and state systems can have an impact in responding to the needs of both workers and businesses. They're working closely with the business community and other stakeholders to anticipate economic opportunities that we heard so much about earlier. And they're working to ensure that adults, particularly adults of color, have meaningful access to these programs. This is important because we know that these job opportunities, these education opportunities have not always been open to everyone. And Virginia is to be commended for intentionally working to ensure that all Virginians can take part in the Commonwealth's economy.
So today we're here to launch the Virginia Infrastructure Academy. And I'm so excited that so many people are here. It shows that we've been having the right conversations and that there is broad-based support and commitment to the success of the Academy. So what is the Academy? Well, simply put, if we're going to rebuild our roads and bridges, if we're going to revitalize our electrical grid, and if we're going to realize the vision of the Virginia Clean Energy Act, there is one big underlying challenge that must be solved. We must attract, prepare, and employ thousands of skilled workers in the coming years. There is an urgency to this that cannot be overstated. Business leaders tell us all the time, as Mr. Dalrymple told us, that the availability of a skilled workforce is the most significant challenge to the infrastructure sector in Virginia. And it's a situation that was made even worse by the COVID pandemic. But not only are new skilled workers needed right now, but worker shortages are projected to become even more severe over the next decade as people in the industry retire. According to the National Center for Construction, Education, and Research, in 2031, which is just 9 years from now, approximately 41% of the current construction and craft workforce is expected to be retired. So the clock is ticking, and the stakes are very high. Together with so many of our industry partners, we're launching this approach to help Virginia meet these challenges head on. The Academy is a data-informed approach that aligns existing Fast Forward and G3 heavy construction and energy-related programs across the VCCS to produce skilled workers with credentials to meet the regional employment needs resulting from expanding infrastructure projects in Virginia. Our goal is to produce 35,000 new skilled workers over the next 5 years. That is a bold goal. And we propose to place those students, those completers, in great jobs where they will earn a median wage of over $52,000. But more important to our Commonwealth, Virginia will not fall behind in upgrading and maintaining its infrastructure which is so vital to our economic growth and development. We could not be here without the support of our partners. I want to personally thank Kermit and the Lumina Foundation for getting us started with the $400,000 investment. I hope you realize it was a great investment. I also want to thank the Virginia Ready initiative. I believe there's someone from the, thank you for being here today. They have agreed to include all VIA programs as eligible for the Virginia Ready Scholars Program. Thank you. This will help with student recruitment into these high-demand jobs because Virginia Ready Scholars qualify for a $1,000 incentive payment when they complete their credentials. We're also very grateful, of course, to our General Assembly and to the Governor for signing the state budget into law, which provides $8 million for G3 program capacity building. I am going to invite three of our industry partners to come forward to make comments about what the Virginia Infrastructure Academy means for the industry sector. So we have with us today Ed Dalrymple with Chemung Contracting, Matt Kellum from Dominion Energy, and David Peterson from the Solar Hands-On Instructional Network of Excellence, otherwise known as SHINE.
We all need people. We need CDL drivers, we need operators, we need electricians, and that's part of what the Infrastructure Academy is. From the industry side, I can assure that every student that graduates from the system will be interviewed, and based on what I've seen, they will have a job offer.
It is very important to us to always have very deliberate and intentional partnerships where we can help form and create those sustainable talent pipelines that will fulfill those needs. Dominion Energy anticipates hiring over 200 solar technicians in the next 5 years, and that's quite a bit, and that's a huge step for us. And that does not include the contractors and the EPCs and the other vendors that will be hiring and supplying individuals to this solar industry, and they've already been doing so. And then, as been mentioned, wind is a huge piece of new business and part of our energy industry that is now here in Virginia. And we've actually hired our first wind technicians. I think that's very significant, and there's a lot more to come. So again, these certainly align well with the VIA, and we're excited to continue to grow these efforts in this partnership.
What you're all doing matters. It matters a lot. You can see it and you can feel it. 72% of the folks that are working on solar installations and projects throughout the state are from out of state. And our goal at SHINE is to help change that, to help flip that script. The transition to an advanced energy economy is going to be a significant driver of jobs, a significant driver of economic benefit, and we want to make sure that that economic benefit comes to places just like Franklin. And the help that we've received from the community college system could not possibly be overstated.
I want to thank the elected officials who are here today. I want to give them a round of applause for everything they're doing. I want to thank all of our business partners who are working with us and collaborating in a way to make certain that the work ends in an opportunity for our students and community members. So a round of applause for all of our business partners. And then I want to thank my esteemed colleagues, all the presidents who are here. I know that we're down there fighting the fight, but here's why we do what we do.